We are joined in the studio today by Rumbi Perezu. Rumbi Perezu, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Very great to have you. And you are putting on this regalia, Voices That Rock Zim.
Correct.
Voices That Rock Zim. Now, we are here to talk about the awards that you guys are going to be hosting. But first of all, before we talk about those awards, tell us more about Voices That Rock Zim. What is it all about?
I think before I do that, I'd like to acknowledge the platforms that have been created, the likes of NAMA,
Yes.
the Comic Awards, the Music Talent Awards, and the like. And most recently, I think it's the Sports Awards,
Yes.
the Trailblazers,
Yes.
who have really created platforms that celebrate the artists that we have across Zimbabwe. So, and it's in view of all of that that we actually realized that there was a gap,
Right.
in the sense of the voice, the human voice. And it's a project that we've embarked on, and hoping that we can now actually elevate and celebrate that voice that continues to entertain, to educate, and bring various brands to life.
To life, hey? So when you say celebrate the voice, you are talking about the voices that we hear and don't see.
Correct.
Is this correct?
That is
Such
right.
as voiceover work that people do, television presenters, radio presenters. Am I correct?
That's right. It's the MCs, the radio presenters, the TV presenters, the likes of yourself, that voice that goes behind all of that, and actually just bringing everything to life to entertain,
Yeah.
and bring that
Life in people's homes, I guess.
in
eh?
people's homes.
Yeah. I guess that is a gap because most people, we don't celebrate the voices.
No,
we
we
just
don't.
know them, but we don't really celebrate them.
No, we
So
don't.
tell me about the categories at these awards. What are some of the categories that you are going to be, kind of bringing to life?
So it's the voices that rock radio,
Okay.
the voices that rock religion. So yeah, those are really sort of the various categories that we're going to be.
You're going to be embarking in. Okay, how are you choosing the people? Like, okay, I've been a voiceover. I've done voiceover work, I think, for 18 years of my life or 20 years of my life. How do you pick the people? Is it because obviously there's the newies that are in now, but what about the people who have been doing this for years and years and years? How are you picking your candidates?
There is going to be a call for submissions from the various artists or the various voices. It's across the MCs and those that are in the TV space, in the radio space. And when that call comes, so all we are recommending is for Zimbabweans to keep their ears open.
Okay.
Follow our social media pages, Voices That Rock Zim, and on there you'll get the detail of what you'd need to submit. So a voice such as yourself, obviously, you'd need to submit why you think your voice is the best voice, and then the panel of experts in the industry will adjudicate, review the videos that you send in, review the voices that come in, and with that, a decision will be made. And there will also be a call for the members of the public to actually contribute
as well,
and nominate the people that they feel are the voices that will.
So with obviously nomination and submitting stuff, what is your voting process like, or adjudication like? How do you vote, and who votes? Is it just a panel that votes, or are you putting it up to the public?
No, we're putting it out to the public members to vote.
Okay.
And there will be we will advise which platform we will be using in terms of that process.
Okay. So in one of the categories, there's a Hall of Fame category. What is this Hall of Fame category about?
So the Hall of Fame is it's going to be an induction of 15 voices.
Okay.
It's not just the 15 voices. There's a whole lot of voices, but we're starting off with 15, and this is an event that's going to be going here on. And so it's going as far back as 1980 to date. And it's those that have had a lasting impact on Zimbabwe in terms of storytelling, culture, heritage. And for me personally, I remember voices such as your Tich Mataz, and Ahosia Singende, and Anambia Mlambo, who really just used to tell stories. And that, for me, I think is important for us to actually have that Hall of Fame where people can actually begin to recognize those people
and to just
for their
really be
work.
celebrated, you know,
That's
celebrated.
it.
Because I mean, even some of the names that you mentioned, it's like we only used to just hear them, but whatever happened to them and were they ever celebrated? I think it's a good move. I think it's something great that will be happening. So when are these awards taking place?
They are taking place on the 11th of July. Venue is at the venue in Avondale. And tickets will be on sale pretty soon. So again, I recommend
keep
our ears open and keep watching our social media pages, because at the moment there's lots of activity anyway where we're just unpacking this concept.
Yeah, I did come across it on social media. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And it's nice stuff, because I remember maybe about, say, 2 years ago, we did meet together as voiceover artists and had a breakfast. And we were discussing some of the pros, cons, and the things that we actually do encounter. And obviously because of, you know, how AI is coming into play, this is kind of trying to eradicate the voices, you know? So
true, but I think there's just the human voice is unique in itself.
It's unique in itself,
and it being
exactly.
unique, you really want to be able to celebrate it and give it the value that it has.
And that's why you guys are doing this for us.
That's why we are doing this for everyone.
Excellent. So 11th of July, you said?
Yes,
it's going to be at the venue. And tickets will be on sale, and we will find all this information on social media handles. And this is so it's Voices That Rock Zim, guys. Voices That Rock Zim on all social media platforms. Please make sure that you are liking, subscribing, following, so that you can find out more information, so you can nominate people that you know, not just even in. Is this just a Zimbabwe thing, or some Zimbabweans that, you know, are working out of the country?
Even if they're working outside of the country, they're still a Zimbabwean. And so we will celebrate them irregardless. There's exciting things that are happening. We're underway in terms of preparations. There's going to be MCs that you never thought were still around and doing what they're doing. But yes, they are going to be at the event. So it's going to be really packed.
It's going to be packed, eh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Lovely to have you on the show with us today, and thank you so much for the information. We are looking forward to what's coming next.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.